Welcome to the People Show. Welcome to In the Drops. This is our number one on YouTube weekly virtual eSports and cycling podcast. My name is Nathan Krake. My usual co-host, Rob Zwifter Bane, is in Spain at the moment. However, Hollie Burgin from Watopian Weekly has graciously agreed to jump in as guest co-host this week. So we're going to discuss the world of indoor cycling, riding, racing, and workouts. We're going to check out the current news, events. So our show is live on YouTube. If you're listening to this on a podcasting platform and it's audio only, we do show a lot of video. We do show a lot of pictures. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, come and jump over at In the Drops on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and watch along with us. Now, in this week's episode, our guest this week is Damon Bates from ZMS eSports Studio. We're going to have a look at who the ZRL competition design route winner might be. And we're going to talk about this podcaster battle charity race that we've got coming up. Don't forget, we've got the live quiz at the end of the show, and you can go head to head with us, in this case, Hollie, and test your Zwifting knowledge. So it's time to get out of the saddle and in the drop. Hollie, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while since I've spoken to you.
Yeah, no, that's been quite some time actually. No, we've been heading up the Tiny Race series, doing that each week for the last few weeks. That's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, on Saturday nights, most people are at the pub, but no, here we are.
Stuck behind a camera, watching
people getting
virtual
sway.
racing. It's it's what the cool kids are doing, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's where all the cool kids hang out. We know that. People in the comments know that.
Absolutely. And we've got a bunch of people in the comments already. We've got Georg's there, Simon, hello, Bren's there. Hey, Bren. There's that Hollie Burgin again. She's in there. Gosh. Peter Twite's there. Miguel, hey guys, thanks for joining us. So we've got a busy show. We've got a bit later on coming up, we've got Damon Bates from ZMS eSports Studio. He's going to take us through what it takes to run a professional broadcasting streaming studio from behind the scenes. So that's going to be great. And we know Damon pretty well, don't we, Hollie?
Yeah, he's an absolute legend. I don't know how he does all the text. As everybody knows, technology is not my thing. It's never going to be my thing, but it is Damon's thing, and that's what we need. So,
but racing is your thing, though, isn't it? Tell us what's going on there. Give us an update on what's coming up next week. I've got quite a cool race to do on Friday. I get to compete in the World Championships for Great Britain on my whoosh. I've got a fancy jersey, and it's, oh my gosh, can I show you? Show us the jersey.
It's actually, this is quite incredible. I go from nerves to overwhelmed, and it's such an incredible thing, but check this out.
Wow, so that's proper national team kit stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like a fake one, it's a real one.
So I can't just go.
And I'm so proud.
I can't just go onto Amazon and Amazon Prime and just buy one. You can't do that, can you?
No, you can't do that now. So I am super proud to wear this.
That is fantastic. So I know we're probably going to talk a bit more about it later on, but just give us the rundown on what it is that. So you got the semi-final coming up. Tell us about it. Just take us through it really quickly. What's going through your head?
Yeah. So the actual routes, or in my mind?
Both. I want to know
both. All right.
Both.
So yeah. So oh wow. So it's been quite an intense. So all right. So the routes. So the first race is strategist. How do you say that word?
The strategist?
Strategist?
And just by the way,
it's going well.
That might be important later on the show, folks, so just take note.
I will, because I need to win this quiz. I really need to win this quiz. Please put your names in as Hollie, because I really need to win it. So the first race is points race. So there's points at the bottom of the climb, which is 1.9 kilometers in, and then there's points at the top of the climb, which is around about 4 or 5 minutes or 7, I don't know, however fast you want to do it. And then there's points at the finish line. So it's only the first 20 that get through each particular banner that actually get points. So that's quite, you've got to work out whether you can get points at the bottom, at the top, or at the finish, you know, how you want to play it. Because there's 113 ladies in that race. So that's and only 20 through each banner get the points.
Wait. So there's 113. That's the field that you're racing against.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, I
yes.
didn't realize it was that much.
113 women from all the federations. Yeah. Well,
That's incredible.
Yeah. So that's quite a lot of people. That's all the people from all the federations, all the countries, all around the world, all the ladies. I don't know about the men's. I don't know how many was in the men's because I'm not obviously there. But yeah.
There's only 7.
There's only 7, not in the men's race. I should. No, let's not go there. So I was trying to work out where I can get points, and honestly, I think the bottom of the climb, because being realistic, I'm not going to make it up the climb with those ladies who can do crazy what's per kilo, and kudos to them. But that's why strategist. They've got to change the name. Strategist.
I'll give Matt a call and ask him to change it.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, because I can't say it. Yeah, and then the second race is laps, and you get points for. I think it's 4. I did do the recon of the first race today, but I haven't done the second race in a while, so I think it's 4 laps, and you get points to each lap banner. Yep. But again, the first 20. So it's going to be incredibly hard. A lot of people, including me, may not get any points. So, you know, so there we are. But if I end up with 0 points, like it's okay, all right. I just get stronger and go again next year, I guess.
Well, then that's the tough thing, isn't it? It's like,
mentally, it's insane.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Like thinking that.
How do I deal with it?
Yeah.
I message my friends and be like, guys, I'm really struggling here. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, because it's, you know, like Wednesday, I was like a nervous wreck. I was just like, it just hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, like, because it is huge. Like, this means a lot to me. So yeah, it is massive. So yeah, but I have a bunch of people, you, Damon, and lots of others, and I message them and be like,
24/7
mental support. Yeah, basically, yeah. Because it's hard, but then other times I'm like super proud and stuff, and so it's like goes from one extreme to the other. But I think that's kind of, it's okay to feel like that, I reckon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think like we said, you know, just you're beating everyone else that isn't doing it or can't do it, you know, so just the fact that you're in there in the mix is pretty impressive. And Christopher Schwenker, who's just joined us, thank you, mate. 4 laps finish atop of a 12% climb. That's just brutal. That's tough work.
Yeah.
You know, in anyone's book.
It is. And yeah. And the what's per kilo thing and the what's, yeah, it is hard because I don't want to go on about weight on eSports, but it does play a part in it. But there we are. So I'm racing it, and somehow it's quite incredible because a year ago I wasn't even racing elite, and I've gone from like not racing elite at all a year ago to representing my country. Like,
yeah, that's insane. that is so insane.
Yes,
that's so great.
Yeah,
and you should be really proud. I would be, you know, and I know how you feel. Like, I think anyone who's raced, and I bet you the people in the comments are all going to say the same thing. I mean, Christopher's saying the same thing. You know, you get nervous in every sort of event or race like this, and yeah, quieting the nerves and sort of maintaining that focus is a real trick. Scott's saying, you know, yeah, well, Scott, more than your country, Hollie, you've got it. Yeah, so You'll do well.
I'm just reading the comments. I think my main worry is like letting people down.
No.
And I don't.
No.
I think that's in my head.
Yeah. And like, you just got to do what you can do, and that's it. You just got to, focus on what you can do. Don't worry about letting other people down. Just by doing your best that you can is going to be more than what everyone can expect. So you've got this. All right, that's enough of the Hollie show.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Go now, bye.
Get that out of your system. You just.
Yeah. So what race are you doing this week? Anything?
No, nothing as good as this. Although I am going to jump on the bike a bit later on and try and do a bit of my Whoosh stuff. Because I went through and I imported all of my levels from Zwift into my Whoosh and all the distance and the elevation. So I've done all that. So I'm going to go and check that out and have a look at that and see what kind of stuff I can get. Now, interestingly, very quickly, we'll run through a couple of things and then we'll get on to Damon. So I'm not sure who they are, but essentially a new Rebel route was created. And that is the Summit City Velodrome. So did you see this?
I heard about this. Yeah, it's the roundabout at the bottom of the grade, I think.
It's a roundabout. I thought they've introduced the velodrome because Eric.
Why have they called it?
Yeah, I don't know. They stole a screenshot from Eric doing some testing on an actual velodrome, but it hasn't been released yet. So someone's gone in and created a Rebel route where you basically just ride around that 10 times, but you've got to hit the left-hand turn each time. So if you don't,
I
then
got
you just
stuck on it the other day though.
Just going around.
Yeah, I was just doing whatever route I was cycling around with Bren, and then I got stuck on this roundabout.
And you just couldn't get off. Just couldn't get left.
And then I had to press the actual button to get like the direction button to get off this roundabout. But why don't they just make a velodrome?
Yeah, well, in the article, they basically say that they're unsure. I'll read it to you, actually. What do they say? They say, why haven't they created it? That Zwift are... Here we go. There's the concerns for the need for steering. This is about the velodrome side of things, actually creating the velodrome. So the need for steering, event size limits, and required support for track-friendly new race formats. So they've got a few questions there. I'm not sure that they're completely founded, but anyway, that's what they're saying, and they haven't created it yet. But there you go. If you want to go and check it out, head over to zwiftinsider.com. It'll have the details on how to get there. Although to get there, you need to go. The best way to get there, and again, just take note. Oh, he'll know is how you get to this. That Eric Schlange says
all those
in this.
people who are going to call themselves Hollie on the quiz, right? Please take note. Oh, he'll know.
I've given away so many tips so far, so I'm not surprised to be any
I really need to
any answers to any questions to answer. So check it out. Go and have a look at that. That's awesome. Okay, let's move on now. Yes, so ZRL competition. So a couple of weeks back, WTRL and ZRL announced a route design competition where everyone got to submit a route that would be raced in, I think, stage 6 of round 1. So everyone went through, and including myself, and dropped in a couple of different route designs. Mine didn't get selected, so I was a little bit miffed by that, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, yours were better.
Mine were the best ones.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, having said that, though, they did pick 3. And there they are there. So we've got the break, first crits and grits, Pertiseru, and Skylooper. Now, I was talking with Eric Schlange. He's promised me to secrecy. He's sworn me to secrecy. I can't tell you who the winner is. We do know who the winner is. But what I can tell you, though, is one of them received the least amount of votes. Which one do you think received the least amount of votes?
Right, okay. So I do not know what the result was. Just
no, I've not told
FYI.
you.
So, no. So the one that received the least amount of votes is...
Out of those 3, which one do you think received the least amount of votes?
Scotland.
Oh, no. No, why would you think Scotland?
I'm gonna, because I don't know, because I can't say the other one. What the heck is that? Puerto. What is that? What? How do you say that?
Almost exactly how you said it. It's Japanese for something. It was Japanese for something. I can't remember what it was now. Someone told me it was Japanese for something. So it's not Scotland.
Stuart Moore's from Dirt, so I'm not gonna go that one. I'm gonna go Skylooper then.
Yes. So out of those three, not surprisingly, New York, the red-headed, ugly stepchild that no one likes, received the least amount of votes. Miguel in the chat was completely correct. So there we go. So
I should have looked at your comment, Miguel. Yeah.
So it's going to come.
Yeah, New York. Yeah. Okay.
Eric's going to announce the winner on his website on Monday. So go and have a look at that. Go and check it out. But it wasn't Skylooper, unfortunately. So sorry, Steve Fish from OTR. You were close, but no cigar. All right, let's crack on. Okay, ZRacing series has been announced for September. Oh, change screens. There we go. So we've got. I know you don't race a terrible amount on Zwift at the moment, Hollie, because you've been focused on other things. But they have released the Pinerello powered September route schedule. So quickly running through it, we've got Rolling Highlands for stage 1, stage 2. We've got Park Perimeter Loop. So I'm looking sideways because my iPad is quite left of me and I'm having to swivel my head a lot. Stage 2 is a Park Perimeter Loop.
Looking as well.
Stage 3 is Turf and Surf. Stage 4 is Loop to Loop. And stage 5 is May and 8. Now, I don't think I've done May and 8, but that should be good. Rolling Highlands, that's a pretty easy one. The old Park Perimeter Loop, which is pretty tough. That's 254 meters of elevation, which is that's always a tough one. Brutally, what do they call it? Brutally punching brutally up and down. I don't know, something like that. Jay Hulse, hey, how you going? Vincent's there. Hey, Vincent, how are you, mate? God, everyone's jumping in. That's awesome. So Turf and Surf is a favourite. I love that one. Loop to Loop is going to be good. May and 8.
I like Loop to Loop.
Yeah. So
May and 8. Does May and 8 go through the jungle?
Go through the jungle? Let's have a look.
The Australians taking the mickey. Right. Okay then. Yep. Let's do that. Whatever.
Okay. It's just I can't help it. It's just so
shrimp on your Barbie.
All right. So it does. What is it doing there?
Jungle.
There we go.
Look.
Does go through
I'm
the jungle.
Not interested in that.
No, I don't want to know about it.
It's the jungle. Like it's got a steamroller power up, so it's the jungle. I don't like the jungle.
So out of those, which is the one you if you had to race one of those, which is the one that, and you had to put some money down on it, which is the one you're going for?
Put some money down on it. What, to do well on it, or just
to do well on it? Yeah, well, no, to do well on it.
Ooh, to do well on it. Oh my gosh. Right. So Life in Cat C is lovely. I would go.
Lovely.
Rolling Highlands, I think.
Rolling Highlands?
I'd go visit Paul in Scotland and go for Rolling Highlands.
I'd go Park Perimeter Loop,
Which one? Park Perimeter Loop?
Yeah, I think so. It's punchy.
Why?
Just, I think those little punchy climbs suit me better than the longer, drawn-out ones. Hey, Darren, how are you, mate? Thank you for joining. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. Now, interestingly, this is also, this series, every race, everyone gets the same bike. Okay? So everyone gets the Pinerello Dogma F. Yeah. Which is, I think this is the first time they've done this. Well, it looks that way, doesn't it? They've maybe kicking in some cash for this one. And there's been a bit of an agreement there. The Pinerello Dogma F has just been released, so they're obviously trying to get some eyes on the frame. So yeah, that's going to be good. Cool. Going to be cool. All right. Yep. Now, final thing I had on my list of interesting bits to talk about. This podcaster battle. I just want to quickly announce that. Yeah. So we quickly announce that we've got
Bring it on.
podcaster battle.
Yep.
Because Hollie and I have been doing these tiny race series, we've been commentating on this tiny race series. Hollie said that we've got another one tomorrow night, BST. It'll be Sunday morning here in Australia. I'll drop a link to the stream in the description below so you can come along and have a chat. We cover the A's in the tiny race series, which has been fantastic. We've been watching a bunch of them race each week, and it's been really interesting to watch and commentate on. And we got to talking about racing. Now, Hollie is not a very competitive person, so I suggested that we have a race. No, Hollie suggested that we have a race.
Yeah, I think I said we've never raced each other, and then it was just spiraled, and here we are.
And it's completely blown out of control. And so initially it was initially it was 3 laps of the ocean lava cliffside loop. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
But then you've negotiated it down to 2 laps.
Yeah, 3 laps was going to be a long time in the saddle. Because what we want to do is we want to try and do this for charity. So initially it was just going to be a bit of bragging rights, and then we talked about having some teams come in and some people help us, and then it's kind of just exploded from there. And so at the moment we're both going to have a charity that we're going to try and raise money for. And then we're going to have this event created within Zwift. We're going to try and get some mandatory kit. So when you join either Hollie's pen for her team or you join my pen for my team, you'll each
we all know where the cool kids are going to be hanging out. People,
my team,
free tea bags.
Free tea bags,
Yorkshire tea bags, collection only, but they're there if you want a tea bag.
So we're going to get Zwift to create the event. We're going to have these pens, be 2 laps of that route that I said, and we're going to do it all for charity. So we're going to announce this pretty soon, but we thought we'd do a bit of a pre-teaser. And Hollie's had one of her friends mock up a little poster. Peter Twite in the chat has been really excited and created a recon, and he started to work out some details of the routes and where all the segments are and all these sorts of things. So it's going to be.
I'm going to give credit to Thomas Ervik did that poster.
Yeah, Thomas, that's it.
From Dirt, yeah. It's he just did it. He's incredible. Check that out.
Just whip that up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and so
just did it in a few minutes, in between sipping his beer and eating his bananas, whatever.
Sipping his beer and his bananas.
Yes, bananas. And if you look, actually, if you zoom in on the parental advisory part, if you go down the poster at the bottom, if you zoom in on the parental advisory part, he put in. Oh, it's not there.
Is it the dirt?
Oh no, it is. It's the little not the the dirt thing, but if you look to the bottom right underneath the parental advisory thing, there's a little bike thing.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
He was telling me.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I can't zoom in any more than that. Yeah. Yep. But just in the bottom right hand corner there.
Yeah, on the black is a white bike thing. He was telling me. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's a series on YouTube. Oh dear, I've forgotten. I'm so sorry. It was a French series thing. He was oh, this is an Easter egg thing. And anyway, it was kind of cool. So anyway, that went well.
Darren's asking in the chat, what's the format going to be? So the format's going to be, it's just a scratch race. It's the first one across the line. The first one of either of us across the line, and that team wins. But we're going to try and raise money for charity. Hollie's got her charity sorted out. I've got my charity sorted out. I'm trying to get an event link set up so that people can donate, and we're all going to have a bit of fun. So once we've got all those little nuts and bolts locked away, then we'll announce it properly, and we'll have some promo stuff coming up. But we're going to try and get as many people to join as possible. Hollie's got 2 or 3. I've got so many more. So we're going to hopefully balance those teams out a bit, and get as many people as possible.
You're not taking my recruits. No, wait, I'm just scrolling down the list of people who are in the chat, and pretty much everyone's in my team. So who have you got, actually? You've got
I've got a whole bunch of people listed already. I've just got to go and tap them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And they're all going to come over. I've got a bunch of celebrities. I've got a bunch of YouTubers. They're all going to come over, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, but then we've got to work out how we're going to beat you on the climbs. There are two climbs up to the epic com that I've got to negotiate, and Robert,
you're
right.
yourself up there.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, it's like a ladder race on steroids. It kind of is, actually. See, Todd is. There we go. Yeah. Todd Miller's already agreed to join my team. So it'll be Rob and Nathan only. Oh, thanks, Peter. Yeah, cheers, man.
Oh, Todd Miller. Never mind, you can ride for the losing team then. Good luck.
The losing team?
Yeah, Hollie, Niall, you better be on my team now. I'm telling you now. I'm just going to check, right? Niall, pretty Bren, Peter. Chris, which team are you going to pick, Chris? Hi.
So, that's going to be on the 2nd of November. I think was when we've organised that. So 2nd of November, it'll be 8 p.m. Yorkshire time. Is that a time zone?
Of course it's a time zone. What? Yeah.
It'll be 7 a.m. I think Sunday morning, Australia time. So it's going to be good. We're going to get all the ASGR guys in. They're all going to come in. We're going to start getting rowdy in the pens. There's going to be some bottles being thrown.
Yeah. So
we'll get some kangaroos
at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
kangaroos and those bird things that attack. Is that what your good technique is going to be? Those birds? What were they? Pigeons
magpies.
Or something.
Yep.
Magpies that attack you. That was an incredible video of the magpies attacking.
GP Llama
attacking the cyclists.
Yep.
Yeah. That
Shane
was,
Miller. That's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. The magpies are great.
Yeah.
Magpies and kangaroos and drop bears.
Yeah. Well,
thanks, Steph.
I've got I ride for dirt, right? Which is practically all of them, if they know what's good for them, will come ride for me. I just need to do an @everyone tag in all the dirt servers and be like, "Hi."
Get them all across
tag for a while. Yeah.
So we want to try and see how many people we can get into this event, and it's going to be lots of fun. Anyway, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
We're going to get our next guest on. So. Damon Bates from ZMS eSports Studio. If you haven't already seen some of his productions, they're fantastic. Go along to his YouTube channel @ZMS eSports Studio. Go and give him a like, go give him a follow. We're going to get him on the show here. Let's introduce Damon Bates. Hey, Damon, how are you?
Hello.
Great.
Cheer as well.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Belated clap. Yeah, no worries. Man, thanks for joining us, buddy. So right. we've just going to set the scene here. Hollie and I have been working a bit with Damon over the last few weeks, doing some commentating on the Tiny Race series, and been talking to Damon about some of the production work that he's been doing, the studio that he's got set up. If anyone has any questions for Damon in the chat, just drop them in the chat there. Add the word question at the start there so we know to look for it. And we'll definitely try and ask Damon if we've got the time there. But the first question I've got, though, is what does ZMS stand for?
This is going back 5 years, not long after we started it. There was a group of us, and we were streaming multiple views, and it was started off just as a bit of an idea of Zwifting multi-streamers. So that's all it stands for. But the reason we abbreviated it was because Zwift were talking to a few teams, I think Zwift Fitness was one of them, who became Team ZF, and saying, look, you can't use the name unless you're associated with us. So I abbreviated it to ZMS quite early on, and it's been ZMS from almost from the start. Yeah.
So Zwift multi-streamers, good. Just because it's just been in the back of my mind, but I keep meaning to ask about it, and so now I know. So in all of this, then when did you first start getting serious about doing TV quality, production level streams for esports?
Same as everybody else did. All this stuff was lockdown mainly. Started in 2019. I was doing a few little bits, as I say, with some other guys, and just started doing little bits of Zwift. I've been on Zwift since 2016, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not interested in really streaming or being on the camera, as you know. But started playing around with stuff, had a few ideas for all of us being on camera, and started doing stuff for WKG, The Herd, TBR in 2019, 2020, just multi-camera stuff, different shots of racing. And it was just a bit of a hobby. Lockdown came along, did a few more little bits for people like Hoppo, Michael Knudsen, who did sort of like 11 days riding. I think he did something like 5,000k or something crazy like that. So I was involved in all those sort of things that weren't really being covered by anybody else. And I said, look, I can just do stuff, no commentary. It was just really me just doing some camera work. And then was hoping to start doing a little bit more. No interest in Zwift in terms of event coverage or anything. They were obviously sorted with their own broadcasting, all that sort of stuff. As I started thinking I can do more with this. And RGT came along, WKG in 2020. It was around about, I think, August, September. Marcus of WKG did a big Vive la France tour on RGT, which I've heard of it, but I'd never done before. And loads of us went over that, and I started just doing more camera screens and so on. I was using tatty old laptops. Didn't even know what a graphics card was until 2020. And it was okay. It was right for what it was. And then lots of other stuff happened. We did loads of versions of that. And then it was actually Eric Hill and Frank Cundiff of Echelon Productions, Echelon Racing League, approached me with USA Cycling and said, look, we want to do some proper coverage, lockdown, lots of stuff's virtual now. And they were using RGT to do the Echelon Racing League. So I started getting involved properly with Brad Sona and Mark Zalewski, their proper real life broadcast team, and suddenly started giving me a bit of money to invest in proper equipment. So that's really when it started getting serious.
I've just got on the screen there for those that are listening. I've got just a clip of, I think, the last Tiny Race series that you covered. So just giving people a sense of the quality and what they can sort of expect from the different productions that you do. So without going into too much sort of, a technical side of things, because I can see Hollie's eyes will start to glaze over. What's your
story about that?
It's super cool to watch, though. Like I now know how much effort you put in behind the scenes, and you don't realise just what it takes to put this together.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah,
we've got a couple of questions coming along that we'll ask in a minute. But so without, give us a rundown on what your setup, what your setup sort of consists of. What are the big items you got there?
Right, I've got a photo I can show you later as well, or it's on Facebook or Instagram. But the main setup is a main production PC, which is using a bit of software called Vmix. Which a lot of people used in lockdown as well. It's probably the most well-known, and I mean, it's not cheap. It's very, very powerful, but a PC to run it is a bit of a monster. So that's the main production PC. I've got two other PCs, which I call my USA Cycling ones from back then, which are two gaming PCs. I've got a gaming laptop, which is the one I'm on now, and is also my backup Vmix production. So I'm essentially, although I'm not in the studio right now, it's just over there, a couple of meters away. Which is my lowest end gaming laptop, but it's still pretty impressive. I've got another one, a smaller one now, so I've got 5 camera PCs and laptops and 1 production PC, so 6 in total. Wow.
And so the effort that it takes, so give us a rundown on start to finish. What is it like? How long does it take to stream, say, a 1-hour race?
Depends. I mean, I tend to start, I always set my alarm 2 hours before race starts. We go live usually 5 or 10 minutes before race starts. So it's around about 2 hours setup. And the reason I do that is because if something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong if I don't spend the time checking everything. So I'll go through, I'll boot everything up. I'll check Windows Update is up to date and not on automatic and paused. I'll check defrag. I'll check nothing else is running untoward on every single PC. I'll check that they're connected over to the network, which I can talk about a little bit more detail later, but make sure everything's connected to the main production PC. I'll check all shortcuts and essentially the running order that we're going to be doing, and that everything's working how it should be before, probably about half an hour before we go live, that'll be done. So that I've run through everything that can possibly not be working, so I've got a time to fix it before we go live, which does happen occasionally, doesn't it, Hollie?
What happened there?
I thought I was going to escape then.
No.
So
So-
horrible.
Quickly, what happened? What happened? People are dying to know now.
Yeah, we had an issue with Hollie and Nathan were commentating for. Was it? It was Tiny Races, wasn't it?
Yep.
Couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago, which is late here. So it's, we do it. It's 10 p.m. race start on Saturday evening for the UK, and
Yorkshire time.
yeah, and Hollie was chatting away and all connected. I could hear her, and then couldn't hear any of the music or anything, or couldn't hear Nathan when he logged on about 20 minutes before going live. And Nathan's logging in remotely, checking everything on Hollie's PC. Oh, what's gone wrong? There's a microphone because Hollie's had a new webcam or something done with that. And she's showing us photos on Discord saying, oh, I've got this, that, and the other. Is this in? And I saw that the volume control was turned all the way down to the bottom. And it was just turn the control up. And that was it, fixed, with about 3 minutes before we went live.
Yeah,
Talk
no.
Talk about panic
was sweating.
stations.
So now I don't fiddle with
Yeah,
any...
you did.
No, nothing
touch
gets
it at all.
touched, is it?
No,
Don't touch
I
it.
don't... No, don't touch it. Don't even...
But, yeah,
Damon?
fair play to Nathan for logging in and looking at everything remotely and so on. It was
'cause I
a
could-
team effort.
I could feel this. I could feel your stress coming
Yeah.
across from London to Australia. It was, and I know exactly how you feel too. Just before you go live, there's
During
something.
that time.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And during that time, that's when I'm logging in. So for Tiny Races, we only use 3 cameras because we're just doing the one cat. So I've got 3 cameras, lead and 2 different directional cameras.
Yep.
So I've got to log into the Zwift, and it's the broadcast version. So that takes a little bit longer to load.
Yep.
I've got to untick certain things on the GUI. I've got to select certain camera angles, select the race I'm viewing so I can see the rider list. So all that takes a few minutes each time, and I've got to concentrate on those while there's no volume coming through from one of the commentators. So yeah, it's but part of that is what I love about it. I like the pressure and
The rush.
It gives me a real kick.
Did you really like the pressure that day? Really? Because that is not what you said.
Now looking back, it's fine.
Yeah, not what you're saying when you're on
Oh
camera.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Damon, so Christopher has asked, and this is interesting. It's a great question. He noticed that you've got some unique elements in the ZMS broadcast, such as auto-populating leaderboards and coverage of multiple categories that aren't in the Zwift broadcasts. Without maybe giving too much of your magic sauce away, how are you doing that?
Well, first of all, Zwift are fantastic. They give me I think it's the second level because I was involved in the background with Zwift games, and there's a top level of broadcast that can do certain other things that I don't get in my version. So there's a couple of different tiers. So I've seen that version, but I don't have it for my stuff, and it's nothing that really affects me. But they do give me. I'm an approved broadcaster with Zwift, so they kindly give me the updated version of that when it comes out and so on. So I can, if you see this on screen now, I can remove the watching. I can remove certain elements, and the biggest part of that for me is I can find the front of race very, very quickly without having to scroll down the rider list.
Yep.
So, and again, with multiple cameras, it's easier when I'm certainly on Tiny Races, for instance, just one cat. I can do all the mess and go through the bushes and the buildings off screen on other cameras while I'm looking at something else.
Okay.
But in terms of what does it differently, I'm going to try and be as... I know Vmix extremely well.
Don't give your magic
No,
away.
no, you're not getting
Don't-
the magic.
yeah.
The magic. You're not having that.
Yeah, the secret sauce.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Because
there
it
are
takes
certain-
time to build it up and stuff. So quite right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain things that Vmix can do. Should we say a lot of people don't know that it can do, and I mean I'm still learning this stuff. I think we were talking yesterday about audio buses. I don't know how to route audio that can be heard somewhere and then not on live feed and so on.
Yeah.
That's one of my next projects because I've been doing stuff with a production company in Brighton, 20 miles away from me,
Okay.
and they give me
That's
a
not
Vmix
Yorkshire.
build. It's not Yorkshire. It's nearer France. They give me a Vmix build that's got lots of audio routing on. So I've seen how it works, but I haven't actually done it well enough to know how to cope with things going wrong, which is my yardstick. If I can cope with it going wrong, then it's in the broadcast.
Yep.
And I'm not at that point yet. So Yeah, it's a case of knowing Vmix inside out, knowing what it can be done in terms of the data. We're doing something for Iceni where it's a points race across 4 races, and we're going to have not just points races like you see in Zwift games. They have the points race for whatever, but their front of race. We're going to be doing it for cats A, B, C, and D, and having points. Although we're only been showing the top 10 or the top 3 live throughout, it's top 75 finishes points. Depending obviously if there's that many people will get points, so we're going to be able to populate up to 75 different points plus all the primes. So it's, I think, across the series of 4 races, 4 Saturdays, it's 18 primes and 4 finish points, and we're going to be doing that live for A, B, C, and D cats
for all the cats.
Which kind of brings us onto a little bit about the why and what we do as well in a minute. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I've had some help doing it with scripting because I'm not into scripting, but Vmix can pull any data from anywhere, from even things like Google Sheets or anything that's got an API or JSON file. Vmix can present it on screen with the results, which I can show you visually in a minute as well on Vmix.
Yeah, we'll check that out. That's awesome. So we're going to jump across and I'm going to get pick Hollie's brain here, and we're going to rate Jeremy's ride. So we have a bit of a thing each week in our Discord chat. By the way, the link to our Discord is in the description below. If you're not a member, come in and join. If you've got a ride that you've recorded and you want us to check out, pop us a link in there. Or if you've got other pics or other videos, we can go and we'll check it out. Jeremy Durom has got a video that he wanted us to check out. We're going to have a look at that in a second. But then we're going to come back and keep talking with Damon about what his journey's been like so far, some of the events he's done in the past, but more importantly, what's coming up on the calendar, which is going to be super interesting. So, Damon, don't go anywhere, buddy. Keep those lights on.
No problem.
We're going to come back. We're going to come back. All right. Hey, hang on. I've got to rate my ride intro. No, I don't.
Hi, Ryan, in the comments, by the way. He says hello.
Who's that?
Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. How you going, buddy? There we go. I thought I had a rate my ride intro. I haven't seen Jez and Jeremy in the chat there, but hopefully, because I told him we'd pick this one up. Okay. So Jeremy had a race. Was it the punchy routes? The punchy power? Yeah.
ZRacing.
The ZRacing, punchy power. And there he is there.
It's all punchy power, though. All the routes are punchy power.
Yeah.
But anyways, yep.
And this is on the Jurassic Coast.
Here we go.
Yep. And so I've sped it up, so it's going to be quite quick. But we can run through this. So this is Jurassic Coast. He's headed out. Just looking at his grouping there. Do you think he's a bit far forward there?
No, I think he's got an awesome jersey. That was my first comment. No, I think he's perfectly positioned there because he's drafting towards the front third of the group.
Yep.
So yeah, approved of your drafting position there.
Tick.
It's going over. What is this route? Titans.
So this is over Titans. This is the Titans Grove.
You have to be near the front.
Reverse, yeah. It's easy to get dropped there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So he does right to be... Sometimes he goes to the front, but that's okay because he gets...
He comes back a little bit.
Great. Yeah, this is really good, actually.
You probably could stand to be back a little bit further, I think. Maybe...
Yeah, maybe.
About there, but he could be wasting some extra watts in the front that maybe he doesn't need to waste. But you're right, though. It is a rolling section and it's difficult to judge. Yeah. And if you're a rider that can come through on those downhills... Sometimes you just can't help but scoot to the front.
Yeah, but he's not on the front. The times when he is on the front, he's not on the front for long.
No, yeah.
So that takes some skill, especially through here.
All right, now I know
yes, he's back in the pack there. Yep.
It's approved. A bit difficult to see with the source overlay he's got on, but we've got about 15 Ks to the finish. We're clicking through it pretty quickly. The group is 23, so he's got a group of about 23 that he's working with. There's a few guys going off the front there. That's not unexpected. You're gonna have lighter riders, I think, always pushing that climb.
Yeah. Then you get through. This is the top of the calm, isn't it? I think.
Yep.
Just there. Now we're going down, right? Yeah. See, there's a breakaway of about 3. Is he going to bridge? I hope he bridges.
Gets on.
Come on. Yes, he does it. Yes, Brill.
And hey, Rob's there. Hey, Rob, how are you?
Hey, Rob. Do you like what I've done, like with my hair and stuff, Rob? Like, I'm trying to make you look good here.
Oh, so you haven't put
Rob,
any effort
I really
to join
need
us
you
on the
to
show.
do the quiz, Rob.
All right, so he's on the downhill now.
Rob, you need to do the quiz, please, and win.
Still on the front, but again, yeah, it's all this punchy rolling stuff. Okay. Did he have it?
Yeah.
Was he clapping himself? Did I just see a little video of him in the bottom right-hand corner cheering himself on?
Oh, what? Oh, I don't know. I was reading the comments.
All right, so we've got just on 9Ks to go. He's whipping through it very quickly in this video. This is great to see. But he's been pretty efficient. Like, what's he sitting around there, about that 200, 220 watts?
Yeah, this is good, this, because
What do you
he's
think?
sitting just behind.
Damon,
I
in
like this,
your
actually.
experience of watching races, what's your gut feeling here of how he's going to finish? Damon?
I just saw the clapping thing. Is he there? Damon, come back,
I'm
Damon.
still here, yep.
So
You know, I'm like this. Why I'm behind the camera. I can't commentate on these sort of things. It looks really pretty.
What do you think to his jersey, Damon?
Really good.
okay, so it's 7Ks to the finish. Now again, we've got along the coastline here is a little bit bumpy, but it's going to be reasonably flat.
Go put your shrimp on your Barbie. Barbie,
All right,
I said
so
Barbie in a
he's-
Yorkshire accent too. He's hunting down that Medlock guy ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's on the
attacked
front,
over the
yeah.
top, or has he?
So
There's
he's
a
on
nice
the
ship
front
there.
a bit there.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I think he just catapulted through because his watts weren't like.
I'm
super
more interested
high,
in the scenery and the graphics.
It's,
Seeing the
the
graphics.
scenery. Does he go past the sulfur pools? I don't know.
Of course it does. Well, we went through
Sulfur
Titans.
pools.
Of course we went through the sulfur pools. Hey, Dave, how
Yeah,
are
but
you?
I was too busy paying attention to the actual race.
You do know that we've got Dave, I'm hoping I pronounced your last name correctly, Bitchy? Bitschy. So Dave B, I'll call you. He was last week's quiz winner, by the way, Hollie, so I'd be properly nervous.
Dave, right, you need to change your name to Hollie, okay? Because...
All right, so hang on, we've got
Please,
3Ks
I'll
to
send you some
go.
Yorkshire tea bags.
Jeremy has been fighting a marvellous fight with this on the front there. He's been reasonably efficient, staying about third, fourth wheel on average. I wonder if he's going to be able to take this through to the finish.
Oh, I really hope so.
Yep.
Beachy.
Beachy, thank you.
Here to it.
Beachy,
Dave
thank you, Dave.
Beachy.
Sorry. I know your pain.
Brilliant.
With the last name of Krake, it's always difficult. All right, 1K to
How
go,
long
or
have we
1.5
got
Ks
to
to go.
1K. Ooh.
Yep, 1.6.
I'm approving of this drafting. He's staying
Yep.
right near the front, ready for any attacks.
Yep.
You've got to be already on the wheels. That is really important.
All right, 900 go.
Do we think in the
Is he-
comments? Do we think what position?
Oh, is he going to go? Is he going to go?
Gonna
Is he
win it.
Oh, here we
Gonna
go.
win it.
He's on the gas.
There we go.
Full metal
on.
jacket. Boom. Takes the win. There we
Come
go.
on. Come on! Yes.
It's actually one thing that I really look for when I'm doing broadcasts is when that sprint and when the red numbers go.
Yep.
So I cannot quite often see who's going to be, certainly some of the front ones, because I'm looking just at the rider list more than the actual footage itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to know what's happening. So just finish off there, Hollie. What do you think on a rating scale? Because you are a teacher, you're very well positioned to grade this ride. What do you think? You're A, B, C, D? Where are you at?
A, for sure. First of all, he's a dirt rider, so points there. And then he won. So what more do you need?
So just an A, not an A plus?
A.
A.
Oh, we go in A plus.
Oh, you can go
yeah,
A plus.
I didn't realise there was like a scale.
Yeah.
A plus.
A plus.
Yeah. Or if you go new GCSE grades, 9.
9.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give that an A. Well, I won't give it an A plus. I don't think I ever give an A plus, but A, that was
Why would
awesome
you,
for the
why
win.
was it not an A plus?
Well, only because no one's perfect. I don't know. I just wouldn't give anyone an A+.
Oh wait, is he from Yorkshire?
No, he's Canadian.
Oh, I don't know. I might have to downgrade him to A actually.
All right. So
great job,
Damon. Two questions, Damon, really quickly. Oh, hang on. Before I ask my questions, that'd be very rude of me. There was a couple of other questions that came in. Vincent, so he wants to know: are there any overlays available that you get that help give you a better overview of what's happening in the race, or are the views you get are the views that we're seeing?
It's pretty much what the viewer's seeing. I just present it a little bit differently.
Yeah. So you don't have some sort of magical overview that you can sort of like say Formula One racing where you can have a map of all the cars going around. You don't get anything like that?
No. And I don't think there is anything particular that's different from maybe the top level stuff. I think the only thing that I do have access to for some of the bigger stuff is the nice graphics that Zwift have on the Zwift games, the really neat sort of like branded Zwift games stuff for the rider list and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But that's only available for the front of race. So it'd be great for, just doing a cat, but because we're doing different categories, we don't have that available. So everything that you see there is really just what people will see, but it's just presented a little bit differently.
Yeah, okay.
And it's branded differently.
Right. And what about Source for Swift? Is that something that you're able to incorporate, or you just can't do it?
No, I don't touch it. It slows everything down too much. It's fine if you're just worrying about one thing.
Yep.
And this is where it's quite difficult. And you see when people try and do too much, and they want 4K, they want 60 FPS for a broadcast.
Yep.
And they'll have really good quality, but everything's stuttery, or something crashes or freezes. My main priority is having it running smoothly, because people don't notice. Even 720, people generally don't notice unless they're looking on a huge TV and up close. Even 720, I do 1080 30 FPS.
Sorry, what?
Don't worry, Hollie. Just the quality, HD quality.
Okay.
And my priority is getting everything smooth, because that's more obvious when it's stuttery or freezing, or if a game crashes out, because everything that I do is across the network. So I've got three networks. I've got two broadbands, the main broadband plus a backup broadband. But the video feed on the gameplay goes across a separate network called NDI, which is, I can't remember what it's called now, something interface. But that basically sends a signal into the Vmix production PC across the internal network. So I do everything I can to keep that smooth, and Source for Zwift is one thing that will stop that being smooth.
Right. And that's one thing I think that people maybe don't appreciate, is the fact that not only do you have a production network, but you've also got a backup network in case something fails. You don't want that to happen during production or doing a coverage, do you?
I've got two things. There's 3 of the 4 to 5 cameras that I use are all on the same network as Vmix is sending the stream out on. 2 are on a separate network. One's through Wi-Fi and one's hard cable to my home network, which I call my backup network. And they're sending the signal differently over something called SRT. So that's about a second delay. That goes up into the internet, finds my port, and goes into my router and comes into Vmix again. So if I lose my main internet, I'll lose the Vmix stream. That'll then switch over to my other internet via Wi-Fi, so I can still stream, connect to commentators. And those 2 other machines will still be connected to the other internet, so I can at least keep something running. Although I might lose particular cats or cameras, I've still got at least 2 running on a different network within 18 seconds.
That's impressive. That is very impressive.
It's actually something Emma and Matt of Full Speed Events, they do the commentary on My Wish, and I work for them on I see Emma's commentating for them, and they I've learned from them about having a 4G backup, because when you get to the higher level of broadcast that they do, I think they're at the mountain bike championships this weekend.
Yeah,
you're talking. You need a 4G backup. You get fined if you don't provide a constant coverage within certain times and so on. So it's stuff that I'm trying to learn off, because I'm dealing with a lot of esports and music productions and other production companies who it's reliable, and it's actually something Zwift did as well for Zwift Games. I was in the background for Zwift Games as the backup, so there was a big production company used, and my gameplay went to the production company, as did Zwift's gameplay and production. So if the Zwift HQ died, they'd just switch over to mine and start piping my feed through.
Oh wow!
So it's something that Zwift has started doing as well. Yeah,
that's insane. So what have you got coming up on the calendar then? What's one of the events that you're looking forward to?
Iceni starts next Saturday the 7th for 4 Saturdays, and it's something that I've been quite keen. Last year we started doing stuff for Carla, who runs the Warrior Games, and we did Tour de Boudica, then Iceni. We're doing Iceni again, and we're kind of, there's parts of Zwift and cycling as well. As you know, Zwift are doing Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, I think is the full title.
Correct.
And there's a focus on women's racing, and I work with James Bailey in the Fem Cycle Collab community. We've just done 8-9 races of their series for the women's only Zwift racing to cover that, because they didn't have any coverage, and it was a really good community collaboration where we had different commentators every week from the women's community, all volunteering. None of them are pros. They all gave up their time, and it was just a fantastic community collaboration. Coming off the back of that, we're doing Iceni, and that's where we're getting into more of the data with the Iceni stuff and the points racing and so on. So for what I'm doing, I'm really looking forward to that, and working with Emma Martin, because I mean, obviously she's a pro commentator, and the research that her and Matt do behind the scenes is, I don't expect that out of any commentators. As you know, I don't expect you to be doing any more time than you can give for commentating. But when it comes to this Iceni side of things, it's going to be, there's a lot of research done behind the scenes of what's happening when we're going to be planning all the routes, what I'm going to be bringing up graphically, which again I can show you some stuff, the points and so on. So that stuff excites me, and I know a lot of people don't get, it's boring to a lot of people, and it looks quite straightforward on screen, but to get to a lot of this stuff, for instance, a top 10 live results that comes out and it's a nice screen will take about 2 days worth of work just to build that one screen.
Wow.
But that's the stuff that I love doing. So really looking forward to Iceni. We've got the Zwift Insider stuff as well. Yep. I've got there's one other. I've just had another one book me in for December, January. I don't know if I can announce that yet until they do. But yeah, got a couple of others. And yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, there's not much virtual cycling. Most of my stuff is what we call traditional esports. Yep. And other broadcast opportunities where I can be just a Vmix button pusher, where I turn up, Vmix is already programmed, just got about 4 buttons to press, or to
too
do
complicated for me.
Volume
you've already proven that
complicated stuff.
No. Yeah.
It's no, that sounds fantastic. It's like for me, it's there's not enough of it, and it's fantastic to see what you're doing, and more to the point, how you're doing it, and understanding what the effort and the time and the energy that goes into it, and the forethought and the thinking and the planning is incredible. And yeah, mate, hats up to you. It's been wonderful watching some of your productions. They're fantastic to watch. As I said to anyone that is listening to this, if you haven't checked out ZMS Esports Studio, go along. It's on the screen right there. Go and give him a follow and a subscribe. Go and drop Damon some comments there for the videos. As I said, we've got the Tiny Race Series next week, tomorrow this time, or in about 24 hours. So that's
God,
going to be...
I have to sleep and everything. Oh, we've got a question in the... oh, sorry.
Go for it.
Nathan.
Question, what's the question?
Question, any post-production tips for YouTubers to make a ride or race look more exciting? Like, what should we include or exclude?
Oh, good question.
For me, I mean, I get the kick out of doing it live rather than post-production stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my post-production stuff will be recaps or highlights. And I use a lot of stuff from, for instance, iScene. I've done a promo video where I've used the previous footage but put it into the current branding, which hopefully you'll see in a minute as well. But for me, it's the stuff that a lot of people don't do. It's difficult. If you're a YouTuber who's on the bike at the same time and racing, then it's difficult to think about what camera shots you're doing. And obviously I'm not racing, I'm thinking about stuff, and I'm setting up shots that aren't currently live while another shot's live, and vice versa. So but for me, as you can see on some of these clips, it's the fast sweeping stuff, it's the low stuff, the close to the wheel, so you can see there's more motion. And again, that's where the keeping things smooth comes in as well. It's got to be smooth and sweeping, and low shots and stuff where you see the buildings go through faster.
Yep.
They're the sort of shots that I think make things look more dramatic. Anybody can just sit and watch the stream and we're at the front of the race, and this something I learned quite well off RGT as well, is that a lot of the stuff that goes on isn't the front of the race, because someone is 200 meters up the road, watching them is pretty boring.
Yep.
But when there's somebody trying to catch them, bridge the gap, or working to bring the group back, that's when it gets exciting, and that's when people see the red numbers in the rider list and so on. So trying to get those shots, the better ones in terms of post-production, or if you're putting videos together, if you can get stuff that's more sweeping and more motion going on, then I'd say that's what I'd be looking for. But obviously it's a little bit different to what I do when it's live.
Yep. It's certainly a trick.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's the thing though. Like, it's a great question. The trick is if you're doing it yourself, if you're racing and then having to do the video or the stream at the same time, it's there's a lot of plates being juggled.
That's why, a lot of it for me is in the pre-production to set everything up.
Yep.
Like let me have a quick look at Vmix. The iScene, for anybody who's into the streaming and uses OBS with the scenes and sources. So basically you've got different layers of graphics and so on. This currently is on 184 layers to create the iScene broadcast.
How many layers?
Everything is set up. So I've got, for instance, like with iScene, 184.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second.
Inputs that create different layers. So this one here that's on screen at the moment is the whole page.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got that up? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the whole page. That's made up every single one of these. So you've got the backing, so you've got the background, you've got this text. I don't know if you can see my mouse. The text at top left, iScene Challenge 1.
Yep.
You've got the timer, you've got the an input, you've got the ZS logo, the iScene, all of those are inputs that then got layered on together and built.
Wow.
So you've got those actual inputs, or you've got the layered inputs, and altogether it's 184 so far.
Wow. That's incredible.
So, but again, certainly when I'm working with people like yourselves or Emma, you get to know what I've got, so I get to know what you might be saying. So if you say, let's quickly see the map, I can just press a button and the map will come up on screen, because I've got it prepped. I've got the button. I'll show you the stream deck as well in a minute, but I've got everything. Just if you say, right, let's run the video for the intro, it's there, it's done, it's ready. There's no trying to find everything by the mouse or trying to scroll through the screens, but you can see everything just by. Can you see that at all? Am I on screen now?
Yep.
I can't tell.
Yep.
But yeah, so everything's prepped on cameras beforehand, so that you can actually see what's going on. Right in front of you. So this is actually the main view as well. I think it's slowing my system down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
So, apologies if it's a little bit stuttery.
Kill that one off. Oh, I've hung him up.
Oh no!
I thought I was just hanging up his shared screen. Oh, Damo, mate, if you can join us back, buddy. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Does he need a link? How do we get him back?
Oh gosh, he's coming back. Here he's coming back. There we go.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Is he in? Oh no. How not to do live? Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Georg. Yep. Really appreciate the support there, mate.
Wow. Yep.
Oh no, his camera's not coming back. Davo, I'm so sorry,
How do
buddy.
we get him back?
He's got to just try and reconnect with his camera. Hang on 1 second. We'll just go to 2. There we go. So he's going to come back.
The link.
He's got the link there. Might just jump into Discord. Oh gosh, this is.
I can see him on the camera.
Yeah, you can see him. That was completely my fault. So my bad. I was just gonna. Yeah, there we go. Because it was just lagging. So hang on, we're gonna get you back. There we go. Yep. So it was just lagging a little bit there, and I thought I was just gonna drop your shared screen off, but I must have pushed the wrong button, which is so unlike me. If anyone's watched our podcast, so unlike me.
This is the buzzer going live though, and sorting it out while we can.
Oh yeah, and especially when you're doing it like live as it's happening too. You're like, oh, what's happening, and you still got to smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
One job. Before you kick Damon off again, there's another question in the comments.
Go for it.
Hold, please, caller. Oh, Niall says, shout out to Niall. What do you prefer, Twitch or YouTube?
Oh, good question.
And that goes to caller number 2, please.
YouTube for engagement. I've only been pushing YouTube really for the last 3 or 4 months.
Yep.
And we've gone from, I think, 150 subscribers to, I think we're on 666 at the moment.
667 at the moment. I think you just picked up another subscriber.
667. Oh, brilliant.
So we've got a bit of
push there. We've got I think over 3,000 on Facebook. Facebook quality is not that great, but it's good for engagement because obviously everyone's on Facebook, they see it notified. But YouTube is the one. It's a little bit better quality, but in terms of quality overall, Twitch is far better, much better.
Yeah,
but I really struggle to get in front of people there.
Yep.
So it's YouTube's the one at the moment.
Correct. Okay, I'd see. It's insane. Like if you go on Twitch,
thank you.
It's just you see like 100,000 people in a live stream, and you're going, "What the hell, man? You're just playing a video game." Yep. And here we are, sort of, you're busting yourself on a bike, and no one cares. But that's okay.
This is the thing with my experience of esports, because I've recently started getting more into the traditional stuff. I went to an event called WASD in London in April, and there's people paying to just wander around and look at games and stuff and PCs. But this is where, for me, and there's a lot of streams and broadcasts out there that are very minimalist and very like corporate looking, and that's great at a certain level.
Yep.
But you watch things like the Tour de France, they're always bringing the view out the way because they're on a helicopter shot and there's not much going on, and they're talking to riders, they're talking about somebody or the history or something else other than the actual race.
Yep.
And there's always something about when it comes to traditional esports, the person streaming usually is who they're looking at. There's a guy called Ninja who's worth millions now. He's one of the top streamers still, and I think he's in his 30s now. And he's all people do is watch him.
Yeah.
They're not even interested in what game he's in, really. It's him because he's engaging with people.
Yeah.
So it's the commentators, it's the information. That's why I like my streams probably look a little bit more populated with the data that's on there. But I want people to actually look at it and be interested in what's going on Cat D. Oh, I can see such and such got 123 points. Rather than just waiting to just look at the front of the race and then that's it. So I think there's a lot to be learned in terms of, I can't even remember the original question now, but in terms of esports and the way esports do it with millions of viewers, it's more about the high level production and giving people a reason to actually want to stay and watch it.
Absolutely. Well, mate, you do
the question with Twitch and YouTube.
You do a fantastic job. It's been awesome just hearing about how you go about putting together and the complexity behind it, which is outrageous. It really is impressive. All right, we are getting towards that time that Hollie's been stressing about. You know what time it is, don't you?
But do they? I've got my Kahoot thing. Yeah, but have you told them like the what was the result of the poll?
Oh yes. Well, while we're doing this,
do people know what's going on?
First of all, what I'll do is I'll bring up the quiz details so that we can get people logging in. Just bear with me for a moment.
Need to Kahoot.
Just to confirm,
or...
I might stream Zwift, but I don't know much about it.
Well, the great thing is there's multiple choice.
You're going to be no good to me then, is it?
25% chance.
Go with your gut feel there. All right, so that's the PIN number. That's the QR code on the screen. You can go to www.kahoot.it and
my window's missing the last number.
Join in.
It's covered up. What's the
Now,
last number? 923.
9239.
5749. Yeah, 9239.
Okay.
Let's all say different numbers at once.
Thank you.
Yeah, 5749239. Yeah, but are you gonna like explain what's going on?
Yep. So I'm looking at the votes. Okay. So let's go through it really quickly. Each week we have a live quiz. If you listen to this on your favorite podcasting audio only platform, this is a live quiz that you can join in with us in real time and go head to head with our experts and other participants and viewers. You get to you can use your iPhone, iPad, Samsung, tablet, whatever the device, and you'll get the questions at the same time we get them. Typically with Rob on the show, Rob is famous for getting and winning these quizzes more often than he doesn't, and so we introduced a challenge, which means that if Rob wins, I have to do a challenge that we all think about or come up with and agree on, or vice versa. If anyone else wins, Rob has to do the challenge. Now, sitting in the hot seat today is Hollie, so this challenge falls to her. Okay? So she's in the hot seat. She's the resident expert.
Somebody, you need to call yourself Hollie and you need to win this quiz, because then Nathan does the challenge. And then Nathan put out a poll of, I can't actually see the...
Can you see on the screen there? We've got Buddy Hollie, we've got Hollie QOV, the real Hollie, Team Hollie, not Hollie, Am I Hollie?
Yes.
Hollie,
Yes.
So we've got lots of Hollies there. They're not all Hollie.
So as long as somebody called Hollie wins, then Nathan has to do the challenge.
Now, do you want to know what the challenges are? So I put a poll on our Discord channel. The poll was, you got to race a Z Series race on a Buffalo bike. Now, we're going to have to change that, because with this month's series, you can only choose the Pinerello Dogma F. So it'll have to be another race. But whatever race that the racer chooses, you've got to race it on a Buffalo bike. That's the first option. And then there's 25% of the votes went to that. The second option was undertake an FTP test, a ramp test. Okay, so there's 13% of the votes have gone to that. But the third one, and the one that has 63% of the votes, is to do the ringer workout, which Rob famously had to do and suffered greatly while doing it. So as it stands at the moment...
Have you checked with my coach that this is okay to do? Is he in the comments?
He's in the comments. I've checked with Bren, and he said it's completely fine. He said it's okay. In actual fact, if you can get her to do it twice, even better.
He did not say that.
No, he didn't say that. Okay,
no, he
so
didn't say that. Where are you, Bren? Please
very
comment
quickly,
and say no. Sorry.
If you're new to the quiz, so you get points for answering the questions correctly, obviously, but you also get points for answering it quickly. So if you can answer quickly and correctly, then you're going to win the quiz. Hollie, did you hear that?
I had that. We use Kahoot at work.
You know all about it then. And finally, I just want to point out that in the quiz, there are a few Yorkshire questions, and I have made them all double points. So if you know Yorkshire as well as you think you know it, then you've got no problem in winning this one.
Looks easier than the workouts I've had. Yeah, Brent says it looks easier than the workouts I have been doing. Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Yeah.
All right. So we are going to get into this. We've got 17. Awesome. We've got a bunch of Hollies there. Yes. I do like that.
Come on.
The real Hollie, Team Hollie. There we go. Oh, Ed209's back as well. Did Dave join?
Nice.
Where's Dave? Dave Beachy. He hasn't joined.
Not Hollie.
Oh, you might have gotten out of this. Or maybe he has joined, but he's
Is Rob
Hollie.
in? Rob. What happens if Rob wins?
No, you're still in the hot seat. So it still falls to you.
All right, please, Rob.
Let's crack into it.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Tap that start button.
Oh my God.
All right, episode 61. How well do you know your routes? Okay, question
First question
number
It's
one.
even loading. Okay. here
Which
we
one
go.
of the ZRL design competition routes received the least votes?
Come on, people.
Yep, New York. That was an easy one.
Was I meant to be paying attention?
Yeah, you're meant to be paying attention. All right, so Vincent's out to an early lead. That's good to see, Vincent. Well done. Thank you very much. All right, question number 2. This month's Z Racing series is inspired by which bike manufacturer?
This is more nerve-wracking than the world's race, I'm telling you. Jeez.
There's some easy questions in here. I've got to say that much.
How can I get them both correct and I'm still not top 5? I mean, I am top 5.
Oh,
am I?
team
Who knows?
LGBTQZ. All right, hit the front. Hollie is the highest climber. All right.
But which Hollie?
Yeah. Will the real Hollie
Knows?
please stand
Who
up?
knows?
Question number 3. Double points.
Oh, double points.
Which of these Yorkshire routes is the longest? Tour of Twitwell, Harrogate Circuit Reverse, 2019 UCI World's Harrogate Circuit, or the Queen's Highway After Party? Do you see the little picture on the? Did you see the little picture on the screen?
No! Oh no!
You missed the little picture on the screen. Okay, I just want to give you a little hint.
Picture, yeah.
Look at the pictures. Like, you should see the picture on your phone, hopefully, or if you don't, if you do it on the screen. I've started the sledging early. Not Hollie has.
Come on.
Not
Top
Hollie has
5.
moved up. Come on, Damo. You got this.
I'm nearer to France than Yorkshire. Look at that.
So I can't. Oh my god, this is unbelievable stress.
Worse than the semi-final coming up, yeah? Question
way
number
worse.
4. The podcaster battle charity race is set to be raced on which Watopia route?
I know this one. Why can't you do double points? Just. Oh, Jesus. All right, I got it right.
You got it right?
I'm behind Hollie.
Oh, yeah, sorry. For those listening, the answers options were Ocean Lava Cliffside Loop, Coastal Crown Loop, Two Bridges Loop, or the Beach Island Loop, and it was the Ocean Lava Cliffside Loop.
I must be listening to you two at sometimes.
There we go. Damo's moved up to 3rd.
Come on.
We might have to add that if Damo wins this, he has to do the challenge instead.
Yeah, it's like
I can lose it.
caveat.
All right. Next question.
Oh, jeez.
Double points.
Double points. Oh, come on.
AI imagined what this Yorkshire route would look like based on its name. What is the actual name of this route?
Can't see the picture.
Can you see the picture?
Yes. What is that?
Oh, everyone got that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's too long though.
Yeah, it's
too long as well.
You've got to be quick, haven't
Bullseye.
you? You can't. Yeah. Oh, Jess has moved up there. Buddy Hollie's in 3rd.
Oh, come on, Jess.
Good work. All right, next question. Question number 6. There is a new rebel route called Summit City Velodrome. According to Zwift Insider, what's the best way to get there? Glyph Heights, O'Hillno, the Jungle Circuit, or the Grade Com?
Come on.
That is correct. O'Hillno.
And he's back.
Behind Hollie.
He's back.
But was he fast enough? Oh, he was reasonably fast. Not Hollie's in the front there. Good to see.
Are
Okay.
they really not Hollie? That could be me.
Which is you? Do we know which one you are?
Who knows? Who knows? Not Hollie's me. Obviously.
All right. Double points. Question number what is the name of this 13.8 kilometre, 240 metre Yorkshire route?
Okay. Oh, I really hope I get that right. I think so. Yes. Okay.
You got that one?
Come on. Yeah,
No,
of course I did. I did.
Yorkshire. Team LGB is up the front again. Not Hollie's in the 2nd. Lady Jess Cat is in 3rd. Team Hollie. FTW. What's FTW stand for, I wonder? Got to find that out.
Bren says he's not Hollie. Bren, we're going to be having words, mate.
Everyone's saying that. I'm Hollie. No, I'm Hollie. I'm Hollie and so is my wife.
Not the real Hollie.
Wait, what?
All right, question number 8. The name given to the route on which the My Whoosh UCI 2024 semi-final is being held is All Out, Velodrome, Sky City Highway, or The Strategist?
I remember
Do you know what?
that one.
I got this one right.
You remember that one?
know.
It is The Strategist.
Yep.
Good. Oh, Team
Jeez,
LGB is
stressful.
just striding away on a streak too. 8
Yeah.
correct answers in a row. Tremendous.
Good job.
Not Hollie's just sitting in
fire.
second there. I think we're on question 8. We've got 2 questions to go. Okay.
Oh my
Question
God.
number 9. The first stage of September's ZRacing series is Rolling Highlands, but what is stage 2?
I don't know.
No, I guess that
I don't know. Oh, is it Turf and Surf,
Guessed it.
Park Perimeter Loop, Main 8, or Loop to Loop?
Right, I got it right. I got it
And the
right.
answer is Park
So
Perimeter Loop. Oh, there's a slight change there.
Not Hollie. Ooh.
Gonna get the next one, I'm sure.
You'll get the next one. All right, last
Come on,
question.
Damon.
Okay, last question. Question number 10. What does
gosh.
ZMS stand
Oh!
for? Zoom multi-streamers, Zwift multi-streamers, Zwift motorsports, or Zwift master streamers? Ah, that was an easy one.
Oh no! Wait, the time was up.
Got to be quick. That was a 5-second question. You had to get in quickly.
Yes, oh.
All right, let's see who won. All right, in the third spot, Hollie QOY. Not Hollie on 2011. And I suspect it's Team LGBTQC. Well done. Oh, clap. I don't know why I'm not hearing the claps there. Here we go. Clap, 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 clap. Congratulations. Well done.
Who was that? Team
Who is it? Well,
LGBTQ?
it doesn't.
What?
It doesn't
It
really
does
know, does
matter.
it?
It does matter because it was me. How do you know? How do you know who it was?
Well, it
Don't
wasn't
know who it
you
was. Could have
because
been
you're
me.
asking that
It
very
was-
question. So, guess who's
Alright, I
doing?
got third.
You got third?
Was Bren not Hollie? I was third.
Who's it? Yeah. So,
I put
if
Hollie
anyone,
QOY.
yep. So you were Hollie QOY, were you? Queen of Yorkshire.
Yeah.
There we go. Of course. Duh.
Yeah. No, obviously.
An idiot, aren't
God. Yeah.
I? All right. You did well though. You did well. Not as well as winning, but still good.
I definitely got the
Second
last
loser.
question right.
Yeah.
Did get the
Yeah.
I,
Just.
Did you? Hang on. I do want to point out just while we're talking very quickly. Did you see the little pictures I had?
no, because I was too busy stressing. Wait, hold on. I can't see that. I have to load up on my iPad again. Hold, please, caller. God, it's technical stuff. Joel about nice. A shout out to Joel from
Joel.
Team LGBTQ
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well done.
Z Racing
Well done,
with
Joel.
Rainbow Rulers.
Absolutely smashed it.
Good work. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in on this. Hello,
First-
Hollie, where is everyone? Yeah. Yeah, just me going around the roundabout.
Yep. So got some more sledging going
yeah.
on there. You see those?
Yeah.
Yep. And I didn't have anything in that one there. There we go. There's Hollie. There's Nathan White at the front. I had some more.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. There we go. There's Hollie crying in the back, and there's Nathan at the
Mind
front.
games already.
So yeah.
I see, yeah.
You see where we're going now?
Subliminal
See where we're going?
messages.
All right. So we're going to lock
Hollie,
that in,
Nathan.
and we're going to have
That's so
to.
funny.
We're going to have to. We'll get those event details announced. We'll start getting some posts out on the event, on the podcaster charity race, and then I think the winner is really going to be the person that gets the most people in their team, and can can get the most charity donations. Vincent, thanks very much. Nathan at the front, is this real? I've just got to block Vincent from ever coming onto our show again. Okay, just 1 second.
Hi, Vincent. If you want to join Team Hollie, because that's where the winners are at. Team Hollie, Vincent. You get in on the podcast and I'll send you the link. Don't you worry. We're going to party with Team Hollie.
So Hollie's got her group going on in their Discord channel. I'll put a link to their Discord in the description below if I haven't done it already. Hollie's podcast is the Watopian Weekly, so you can check that out on Spotify. Our Discord as well. Come and join our channel. Come and join the Cool Kids, and we'll get this started up. But it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Hey, guess what, guys? I think we've reached the end of our streaming allotment. We've
I don't know when I'm supposed to do this.
See you again next week. We'll talk about everything else.
Thank you very much, Damon, for joining us. It's been it was wonderful talking to you about ZMS and learning a bit more about that. So really good. Yeah, it's awesome work you're doing, and keep it up.
And if anybody else wants to in the chat wants to just reach out on Facebook or Discord or whatever, streaming or PC specky stuff, networks, whatever, then by all means give me a shout.
Absolutely, and we'll put a link to your Facebook as well as your YouTube channel in the description below. So go along, check it out, and if you've got any questions for Damon, he would be more than happy to answer anything that you have. All right. Thanks to everyone in the chat. There were so many people. I can't go through all of them, but special thanks to Hollie for joining us again. Really appreciate it.
Please come back, Rob, because I'm not keen on this whole challenge thing. Where are you, Rob? Get back here. And he jollies in Spain. Oh, I can't do it because I'm in Spain. Oh, yeah, he just wants a week off from his challenge. That's all he wants to do.
And you do have to record it.
I don't know when I'm supposed to do it.
Oh, you can do it whenever you want, but the next week. But you've got to record it. That's the thing.
I know that. I might need some help with that.
You're going to have to figure that out. But because it doesn't, if you don't record it, it didn't happen, and it's got to happen. So they're the rules. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it works.
I mean, you kind of do make the rules.
No, I don't make the rules at all. No, there's someone else that does it.
The rules.
All right. We are going to wrap this up, guys. Thanks very much, Hollie, Damon. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been wonderful. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah,
we'll
thanks for having me.
Catch you in next week's show.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you in 24 hours.
Bye.
See you later.